Hello everybody, and why am I dressed like this? Well, tonight I'm going to be a wine judge, and I'm going to judge wine based on criminals. This is John from Hillbilly Wine 101, and tonight I'm doing another 19 Crimes. I've done a series in the past. I've done all 5 other varietals. Since I've done that, 2 more have come out. This is one of them. I did the other ones with my ex-partners, and we had 90 years of police experience going up against these 19 Crimes. Let me explain a little something about these in case you're not familiar with it. 19 Crimes is a series of blends of wines. They have now 7 from Australia. And the premise behind it is that there was a series of 19 crimes in England starting in the late 1700s that if you were convicted of, you were banished to Australia. Well, you were either given a death sentence or banished to Australia. They have real criminals on here. They all have histories. They have an app out now that you can actually download the app, put your phone against this, and the person will talk and tell you about himself or herself. There's one with a female on it. That is cool. They've done a great job of marketing and running with this story. Almost all the wines are Shiraz based, coming out of Australia. Like I said, I did reviews on all of them, so please check them out. This is the newest one to me. It's called The Uprising. I love the black bottle, the old time label that they put on here. All the corks have a crime. A lot of people collect them. They have one of the 19 Crimes is on the cork. And the real thing that I'm looking forward on this is that it is aged in rum barrels for 30 days. I just did a couple videos on wines aged in bourbon barrels. Please check those out. And that's becoming a big thing now where a lot of wines, that's a new thing that they're aging a lot of them in bourbon barrels. Beers are doing it, and beers are doing all kinds of barrel aging. Scotch has done it for years with all kinds of barrel, port, sherry, you know, everything. I believe a King Alexander Scotch that's aged in like 5 different kind of casks. So now wine's getting into it. I've had the bourbon barrel aged ones, and like I said, please check those out. But I have never had a rum, and I'm really excited about this. And the little story they give on the back of the label is the reason why they put it in rum is for a rum rebellion, apparently 1808, due to the government's hindering of the rum trade. They had a rebellion where it's the only time where a group of soldiers and citizens banded together to overthrow the government. Actually didn't know that. It's pretty cool that both of them banded together. Excuse me. So this is called The Uprising. On the back here it says origin, Southeastern Australia, composition, red wine, vintage 2016, alcohol by volume 15%. That's high. A lot of wines that I review, a lot of red wines, generally around 13.5. So this is 15. This is a blend of Shiraz, 50% Shiraz, 35% Cabernet, and 15% Grenache. I'm excited about that. The Shiraz is a very tannic grape. It's a small grape, so the skin ratio to the actual juice is high, so it's very tannic. Cabernet is a very structured wine, bold, both of them, and I think the Grenache is really with medium tannin and medium acidity, and fruit forward is going to really blend in here and make this and then the rum. I'm excited to see what the rum cask, the wood from the rum, or from the barrel, the actual rum, and I guess that imparted some of the alcohol, although Shiraz wines usually tend to be a little more alcoholic, but ABV a little higher. But I think the rum did pull this out. I really love what they're doing with this. I love the whole theme. I love the fact with the cork with the crime on it, and like I said, the label and the black bottle. So let's give this bad boy a shot here, and then we'll see what's going on. Get that off of there. All right. Now, let's see what the crime is on the cork. 19 Crimes. Stealing a shroud out of a grave. Alright. Steal a shroud out of a grave. Back then, and you can die, or you can get on a ship and start sailing toward Australia. So, yeah, it's a nice ruby red to purple. Ruby red to purple. This bottle cost me $7.99. I can see you getting anywhere from maybe $7.50 to $10.99, probably. But this was $7.99. Trying to see if I detect any rum. You know, I want to detect a little bit of mocha, some jam, maybe almost like a blackberry pie. So blackberry jam, blackberry pie, mocha. A little bit of sweetness coming out of there, and I think that might be from the rum. So I'm excited. I've never had a rum, a wine aged in rum barrels. So here it goes. You know, well, let me tell you. There's a little sweetness when you first. I could taste the sweetness as it's a little bit of tannin on the finish. I do taste the rum. It's like a sweet rum. This is like a, and then when I was done, I almost like a cherry taste comes. So like a dark cherry. Again, some type of a pie, chocolate. I'm not going to have this for my dinner tonight. I'm going to have this by itself. I don't want to even mess with food with this. You could, but I'm not going to. It's got a, not sweet, but the residual sugar, it's just something I want to sip by itself, real nice, almost like a brandy. I'm going to sip it, I'm going to smell it, I'm going to take my time with it, and I'm not going to mess with food with it. So, you know, I recommend it. It's a cool thing if you bring it over to someone's house as a, you know, coming over for dinner, they invite you over, you bring it over, the whole story, the whole bottle, the whole way they've done this. This is a good one to just sit around and drink. You can have it with food, of course, but there's so much different flavors in here, and I'm sure when this warms up and it aerates, I'm going to get a lot more. But I don't pour it ahead of time. But it'll continue to evolve, and I want to really explore this. And I'm going to drink it by itself. I like it. I don't like it for all the time, and and I don't like it for food necessarily, and I like a lot of things in wines and a lot of different things, and maybe an old world sommelier may not agree with this, but I like it. I think it's a good idea, and I'm going to go ahead and judge this Hillbilly Wine 101 approved. So, you want to try a wine aged in a rum barrel? I was excited, and you know what? It didn't disappoint me. So, from Hillbilly Wine 101, cheers. Do me a favor. I'm getting really close to 200 subscribers. If you can, subscribe to this. Share this. I'd like as many viewers as I can. They may subscribe. Check my other videos. See what you like. Check my other ones on 19 Crimes. Check my ones on the bourbon barrel wines. And do me that favor, and I will continue to do these reviews for you. All right.